Voice is audible.
Yes, Bijit Bhai.
Okay, thank you. Just a minute. I'm just increasing the volume. Just give me a minute. So today we will be reading the Murli dated 09/12/1985. The title of the Murli is Child and Master. So this is a very short Murli and very sweet Murli also. So in this Murli, Baba is bringing our awareness of being a child of Baba, and that automatically makes us a master of the world. So we become child of Baba now, and then in the future we will become the master of the world. And Baba says, conquer the mind. So when we conquer the mind, we conquer the world. Conquering the mind means Baba says we need to, conquer the waste, negative thoughts, and so on and so forth. And that is where, the child becomes egoless, light, carefree, and free from any sort of a burden of mind. So that is what we need to finish. So there should not be any mine. Everything belongs to Baba. Mine has to be changed to yours. And then Baba says we have to change our old sanskars. So it's a new birth for us, every one of us. So the old Shudra birth is, cremated. So once it is cremated, none of our old sanskar should emerge. So we need to check if any of our Shudra sanskars is coming, because when a physical body is cremated, then nobody likes to see that is coming up after some time, right? Or even if a cremated body comes, nobody wants to see it, nobody wants to look at it, because people consider it as a ghost, right? So similarly, Baba says we have to cremate our old sanskars. We should not let them come back. Okay, and so that's the essence of this Murli. So let's read together. Let's stay in Baba's remembrance and read together. Um, so with that, I'll start reading the Murli. Today, Bap Dada is seeing his Shakti army, and whether the spiritual Shakti army are conquerors of the mind and conquerors of the world. To be a conqueror of the mind means to be a conqueror of waste and negative thoughts of the mind. So that is what is becoming a conqueror of the mind. So there should not be any waste or negative thoughts in the mind. Children who are victorious in this claim a right to the kingdom of the world. So those who are victorious, they claim a right to the world. That means they become the master of the world, right? This is why it is remembered. When you conquer the mind, you conquer the world. So, right, so we know this saying is there, right? You conquer the mind, you conquer the world. The more you keep the power of your thoughts, that is, your mind, under your control, to that extent you claim a right to the kingdom of the world. So, conquering the mind means we have to conquer the thoughts. That means we have to keep those thoughts under our control. We should not let them emerge, whatever thoughts that we think, right? We need to think what I am thinking, right? So that we have control over it, and we should not let any waste or negative thoughts to emerge, right? So once you become a conqueror there, then you become a king, right? In the future world, that is where you become the master. So at this time, Baba says, at this time you are godly children, and it is only those who are the children now who will become masters of the world. Yeah, so those who have become the children of Baba now will become the masters of the world in the future, right? You cannot become a master without becoming a child. You cannot become a master without becoming a child. Finish whatever limited intoxication you have of being a limited master and become a child. Okay, for only then will the child become a master. This is why on the path of devotion, no matter how great a leader of the country someone may be, although he may be a master of wealth, master of the family, while praying in front of the God, while praying in front of the Father, he would say, "I am your child," right? So whatever great position that they hold in the Laukic life, right? When they go in front of the Father, God, right? So they would treat themselves as a child of Father, right? So they never say, "I am such a master," right? You Brahmin children also become children, and this is why you are now carefree emperors and masters of the world in the future. That is, you become emperors, right? So we become the children now, and in future we will become the masters of the world. That means future emperors. The awareness of being a child and a master always gives you the experience of the incorporeal and egoless stage, right? The awareness of being a child and a master, right, always gives us the experience of incorporeal and egoless stage. So when we are incorporeal, right, then we are, of course, we will become, there's no ego there, we become light. So the awareness of incorporeal comes when we remember the Father, that we are also, the Father is incorporeal. Therefore, we, his children, are also incorporeal, right? So that awareness makes us light, and that awareness, remove all the egos, right? Free from any sort of a burden that can come over, right? So just one thought, one awareness that can remove all this. And Baba says to become a child means to transform the limited life. When you become a Brahmin, what was the first easiest of all lessons of your Brahmin life that you learned? The children said Baba, and the father said child. The lesson of this one word makes you knowledgeful. Baba, when we became children of, right, when we became Brahmins, right, so we said Baba, right, father, and Baba said, my child, right. The lesson of this one makes you knowledgeful. If you have studied the lesson of the one word, child, you have learned all the knowledge of not just this one world, but of all three worlds. Okay, so when we become the child of Baba, right, we get the knowledge not just about this one world, but also all three worlds. No matter how knowledgeable people in today's world are, they cannot know the knowledge of all three worlds. Very true, right? In today's world, there are people with different knowledge, but they do not have the knowledge of the three worlds. In this aspect, those who are greatly knowledgeable are ignorant in front of you who have studied the one knowledge, right? When they are in front of us, Baba says they are ignorant. I mean, they don't have the three, this knowledge of the three worlds, right? So they are ignorant in front of us, Baba says. You have become master knowledgeful so easily. Baba and the children, everything is merged in these two words, Baba and the children. So seed and the tree. everything is merged in this Baba and the children. Okay, just two words. When the whole tree is merged in the seed, then to be a child, bacha, means to remain always safe. Bache hue, okay, from Maya. So when when we are the child of Baba, or when the whole thing, when the whole knowledge is merged in the seed, right? So, uh, that is when Baba says we are always safe from the Maya. So this is actually the Sudarsana Chakra. So when we have all these three, the whole knowledge, right? The whole tree knowledge. So that means we have become knowledgeable. So those who are spinning the discus of self-realization, right? So they easily conquer Maya, right? So that is why Baba says you become always safe from Maya. Remain safe from Maya. That is, always have the awareness that you are children. Always have the awareness I am a child. That is, I have been saved. This is this lesson difficult? Baba is asking, is this lesson difficult? It is easy, is it not? So why do you forget it? Some children think that they don't want to forget, but they do forget, right? Some children think, well, nobody wants to forget Baba, but it happens, right? So Baba says, children are complaining. Some children think that they don't want to forget, but they do forget. Why do you forget? Baba is saying, why do you forget the replay? They replay. It is the sanskar of long standing, or it is a very old sanskar, right? However, since you have died alive, what happens when you die? So children says it is because of the sanskar, right? It's a very old sanskar. And now Baba says, since you have died alive, what happens when you die? You have cremation ceremony, do you not? Right? So when somebody dies, then right, they cremate it, the body, right? Then there will not be any trace of the physical body, right? So here also we are dying alive, right? Brahmin means a new life. So the Shudra life we finish, we cremate, right? So you have the cremation ceremony. Do you not? It was when you had the cremation of the old that you then took a new birth, right? You cremated the old one and then took the new birth. If you had the cremation ceremony, where did the old sanskars come from, right? So Baba is asking, if you have cremated, so old sanskar, where did it come from? When a body is cremated, all trace of name and form finishes. So if you speak of that person, you would say there was such and such a person. Right? When somebody is dead and then they are cremated, when we talk about that person, we always say, right, so and so person, such and such a person was there. Right? So similar, someone was existing and but presently not, right? So that's how we talk. You would not say there is this person, right, in the present tense. So when the body has been cremated, the body has finished. What do you cremate in Brahmin life? You have the same body, but you cremate the old sanskars, the old memories, and your nature, and this is why it is called dying alive. A very beautiful line. Baba says the meaning of dying alive. You have the same body. In Brahmin life, we use the same body, though right, though it's a Laukic life, but it's the same body. But you cremate the old sanskars, the old memories, and your old nature. And this is why it is called dying alive. When you have had the cremation ceremony, where do the old sanskar come from? So when we have cremated, so where do those sanskar come from? What would you call it if someone who has been cremated appeared in front of you? What would you call it? When somebody is cremated, so we don't want to see them again, right? So we don't expect them to appear in front of us, right? And then Baba says you would call that a ghost. So here too, if the sanskars that have been cremated are awakened again, what would you say? That is also a ghost of Maya, is it not? Ghosts are chased away. They are not even, they are not even, they are not even speak about, right? Spoken about. So we don't speak about the ghost, right? We don't like to see it. So ghosts are chased away when somebody comes in the form of ghost, right? So they do some sort of a um, they will call somebody who chase away the sort of a ghost, right? So similarly, Baba says they are the ghosts are chased away. They are not even spoken about. You just deceive yourself calling them your old sanskars. Okay, that is where another problem is. You call that's my old sanskars, and you invite them indirectly by saying that. So you just deceive yourself calling them your old sanskars. If you like old things, then remember really old things which are in reality your original sanskars. So here Baba says, okay, if you want to remember your old things, remember your original sanskars. That is your old sanskars, right? That's the oldest one, the original one. The sanskars of our deities, religion, and the sanskars of our possibly our um, incorporeal world, the sanskars that we have, or the Devada sanskars. And Baba continued to say, those were the sanskars of the middle period. Okay, so the one that we are referring here, or the one that which is bothering us, is the sanskars of our middle period. They are not the oldest of all. The middle is the middle period. And so to remember the middle means to be distressed in the middle of the ocean. Acha, very nice. So Baba says the middle is the middle period. So to remember the middle means to be distressed in the middle of the ocean. Therefore, never think of such weak things. Always remember these two words, child and master. The awareness of being a child automatically brings the awareness of being a master. So when we remember that I'm a child of Baba, then automatically Baba says that all the awareness of being a master will also come, right? Because Baba is the one who's creating the world. So when he's creating a world, who's going to be the masters of that world? As the children, right? So in that aspect, I think Baba is saying this. So the awareness of being a child automatically brings the awareness of being a master. Do you not know how to become a child? Baba is asking, do you not know how to become a child? Become a child. That is, become light of all burdens. To say yours sometimes and mine sometimes makes it difficult. To say yours sometimes and mine sometimes makes it difficult. It is when you find work. It is when you find work to be difficult that you say, um, you know your work. When you find it easy, you say mine. When something difficult, you say it is yours. And when something, and you say, when you find it easy, you say mine. To finish, the consciousness of mind means to be a child and a master. Right? To finish, the consciousness of mind means to be a child and a master. The father says, become a beggar, even that home, the body is not yours. You have taken it on loan. Baba has given it to you for godly service and made you a trustee. It is God's valuable property entrusted to you for everything So it's not ours. So Baba says it has been given to you for service and it has been given to you on loan. So anything that we take on loan, we know that it doesn't belong to us, right? That awareness is always with us. We'll have to give it back, right? So here Baba says it is godly, valuable property entrusted to you. For everything you had, you said, this is yours, and you gave it to the Father. Hmm? Right? So we said everything is yours. You gave it to the Father. You made this promise, did you not? Or have you forgotten? Did you make this promise, or is it half? Is it half yours and half mine? Hmm? Is it like that? Half yours and half mine. What would happen if you use the things that you have already said yours, Baba's, while considering them to be yours? You say, Baba, it is yours, and you consider that yours. That's not right, right? So Baba says, will you receive happiness through that? Will you receive success? Therefore, if you consider it to be something entrusted to you and that it belongs to Baba, you will automatically have the happiness and intoxication being a child. So, a master, right? So, everything. So we have to entrust it to Baba automatically. Then when we have the feeling that okay, I everything that I have is belong to Baba, then we know okay, everything is Baba's and including me. So we feel more happy, and that's a great intoxication. So we feel, Baba says, we feel feel we are a child, and therefore we are also a master. Do you understand? So always make this lesson firm. You have made this lesson firm, have you not? Or will you forget it when you get back to your own place? Become those who don't forget anything. Acha. Now Baba is giving yatya to the children who always have the spiritual intoxication of being a child and a master. To those who always have the awareness of being a child, that is, those who always have the awareness of being a carefree emperor. To the children who always use for to the children who always use for service the things entrusted to them as trustees. To the children who have New Zealand, new enthusiasm, Baptada's love remembrance, and Namaste. Now, Baptada meeting groups, Kumaris, Kumaris, I think they are working Kumaris, I suppose. Um, what will um, what will this army do? An army always attain victory. An army is for attaining victory. An army is kept to fight the enemy. So this is a spiritual army. No? So Baba is saying, what will an army do? Attain victory and attain army is kept for fighting the enemy. So to gain victory over Maya, so, yeah, so here this army is gaining victory over Maya. So to gain victory over Maya, your enemy, is the task of all of you. Always know this task of yours and continue to move forward as quickly as you can, because time is moving head at very fast. Important statement. So Baba says, the task, right? So that we are doing, we have to move forward as quickly as possible because time is moving at very fast speed. If the speed of time is fast and your speed is slow, you won't arrive on time. Therefore, quicken your speed. Those who are slow become the prey, right? Those who are slow become the prey. They won't reach on time, right? So those who are powerful are always victorious. So are all of you victorious? And then followed by Baba says, always have the aim to be serviceable and to continue move forward in service. because Kumaris don't have any bondages. You can do as much service as you want, always continue to move forward, considering yourself to belong to the Father and that you are for the Father. Those who become instruments for service automatically attain happiness and power. Only a handful out of multi millions receive the fortune of service. Only a handful out of multi-millions receive the fortune of service. Kumaris are always worthy of worship souls. Perform every action while keeping in your awareness you're worthy of worship form and before performing any action. So Baba says, before performing any action, so keep the having this awareness of our, or immerse this our worthy worship form, and then coming to action. Check whether that action befits a worthy of worship soul. So any action that we do, we need to check, is it the action of a worthy worship soul? If not, then change it. Worthy of worship souls are never ordinary. They are great. One Kumari is greater than 100 Brahmins. So each of you Kumaris has to prepare 100 Brahmins. You have to serve them. What plans of wonders have you Kumaris thought of? What is greater than benefiting a soul? You are those who remain in your own pleasure. Are you not? Sometimes you have the pleasure of knowledge, sometimes the pleasure of remembrance, sometimes the pleasure of love. That is nothing but pleasure and more pleasure. The confluence age is the age of pleasure. Acha. Okay, some more is left. Bap Dada's vision is always on Kumaris. What what the Kumaris make themselves into depends on themselves. But Bap Dada has come to make all of you into masters of the world. So it is based on, it is based on you where you want to get or what you want to become. So Baba says, what Kumaris make themselves into depends on themselves. But Bapdada has come to make all of you into the masters of the world. Let, let there always be the happiness and intoxication of being a master of the world. Always continue to move forward tirelessly in service. Acha. So that finish the Murli. So now let's take a minute of silence and then come back ready to share our takeaways. Om Shanti. Let's stay in Baba's remembrance. Om Shanti. Feel free to unmute and share your takeaways.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. Today's my takeaway is that all thing is Baba's. We don't have anything. Miss, which line I have very much like that when we say the half is mine, half is of Baba. So it is not this. It is all is yours. So this remembrance is most important. And the second thing is uh, awareness of a child. And child is always a master. It's to take over. You can borrow. You can take over.
Yeah, thank you, Kalpesh Bhai. Yes. So everything is yours, not mine, right? So when we have that awareness, that is going to make our stage light, body, wealth, everything entrusted to Baba. Yes.
Om Shanti, Vijay.
Yeah, Om Shanti Kesavan. Go ahead.
In this Murli, Bapdada was giving a very different meaning for child and master. If you remember, always in the Murli, Baba says, like, when you are in a meeting or when some kind of discussions are going on, and when you thoughts, give your thought and become a child. Don't become a master. So we always have the thing that when our opinions are given, that's to be carried out. Baba says, give, took this example of child and master in such situations. So I was just thinking about that reference which Baba used to make. But over here, there's something new which he has given. Like, of course, for us, the first thing when we see Baba, we say Baba, and Baba says Bache. I think that is the first relationship we have when we recognize the father and child. And this one word Baba and one word child. It's like as if we know everything because when we become his child, he gives us everything. So it's not just one word or but that Baba says three words. That's one aspect. But I was just thinking how the awareness of a child and master gives you the experience of the incorporeal and egoless stage. I was trying to churn on it. I still couldn't get a proper contribution towards it. How just being a child and a master gives me the experience of incorporeal and egoless. Egoless, of course, if you're a child, you never think you know everything. But still, this connection, let's suppose we could throw some. Otherwise, see, when child is such a nice thing, no, it makes you carefree. We can just say, Baba, I know nothing. And Baba says, why you worry? Maihulna. I'm there with you. So that carefree comes. And child also means safe. We'll be safe. But if you say, even law, considers children to be very safe and all. Child means light of all burdens. Child doesn't mean mine. Child means I belong to you. So if we could just have some connection between this incorporeal and egoless. How do we get that experience of being a child and master? A little churning on that, Shanti.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Kesavan. Yeah. Anyone would like to add on to that? So, like Girijaben mentioned this, Murli, normally that's how Baba says when you be a child after giving your opinion, right? So when the decision is made, you remain detached, right? You are not really affected by it. So that's one way. Sometimes that's how Baba will highlight in the Murlis. And today's Murlis, Baba is saying you are a child, and Baba is the creator, right, of the world. And when we being a child, we will of course become the master of the world that he is creating. So in Laukik also, if we think of it, if my father is constructing a house, in I would have the feeling that, okay, this houses belong to me, right? That thought is already there, right? In Laukik, that is very strong because everything is visible. But here, nothing is visible, right? So here, everything is, we understand because we cannot see Baba, we cannot see Satyug or the new age, we cannot see the new the position that we are going to get in Satyug. Everything is faith here, right? And I mean, we believe all this because we get experience from Baba, right? So, um, and the knowledge that Baba gives is logically also correct, right? So, um, so here, being a child means how we become egoless or light, carefree. I suppose when we realize that we are a child of incorporeal, right? So that awareness that comes in, right? That I'm also a soul, the first lesson. So when I'm a when I'm a soul, then whom do I belong to? The incorporeal Paramatma, right? The one uh, supreme soul. So when I have that awareness that I'm a soul, I am not this body, right? Then the ego that we have. So the ego, everything is part of the body consciousness, right? So when we naturally understand that I am a soul, my natural consciousness, right? Then that actually keeps us light. That ego that we have, so that also goes, and the kind of burden that we carry due to the body consciousness, right? When we have this awareness that I am as a point, right? That also gives us, I mean, reduce that burden, right? Free from all sort of a burden that frees us, and then followed by mine. Yeah. Anybody want to add?
No, Bijit Bhai, what I just wanted to ask you is this one thing. See, egoless, okay. How does just being a child and a master, see, Nirakari, Nirankari, and Nirvikari, of course, Baba hasn't mentioned about Nirvikari over here. They are the final things which Baba says, a takeaway which we have. So I just couldn't link it with this. Anyway, I'll just finish by adding one point. I like this connection of mind which Baba has given here. You know, if you conquer the mind, Jaga Manjit, Jagatjeet. You know why I say that? We always have to take mind like to be our inner child. It is one of the most indisciplined child. It is the thing which pulls the intellect also away. So we need to love it. We need to discipline it. We need to get connected to the mind and connect the mind to the source. If we are able to love the mind, understand the mind, bring it under our control, then what else we need? We can easily understand the others. So I like this conquer of mind. So I can conquer the world because I'll easily be able to understand others. I like this inference of Manjit, Jagatjeet, because the concept is mind is your inner child. Om Shanti.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Right. So, conquer of mind means conquer of waste thoughts, negative thoughts, right? Those are things that we need to conquer. That is where Baba says becoming or be a controller of your mind. So when we conquered the mind, that means we'll have only elevated thoughts there. So when the thoughts are elevated, then of course that will reflect on our actions. There, the action will become pure, right? And of course, the vibration will also become powerful and pure. So, um, that will definitely eventually take you to a conquer of the world. So waste and negative thoughts are leakages, right? So that will dry our inner strength, dry out our inner strength. Anyone else would like to share any points?
Om Shanti Bijit Bhai.
Yes.
Uh, I liked every aspect of this, Murli, because it holds so much of relevance. When we see it in the background of Laukik world, I mean, till a experience of around 20 years or 25 years in any particular organization, everybody would want you to listen to them. And there are only more experienced people as you meet. Somebody is younger to you but has spent more time in an organization and consider themselves to be the master. And sometimes, by virtue of one's own inner qualities, somebody would have made a very quick progress. So that's where I feel the aspect of becoming a child becomes important. At least the awareness that we should be sometimes child and sometimes master comes into picture, because
Yes.
that way the ego dies down and we are able to progress in the organization. But in the deeper aspects of our own self, Baba tells we have a middle phase, a middle period, and the old period and the new period. So the middle sanskars are the ones which are actually creating trouble when we are not into Gyan. I mean, even literally, the child part, the innocent child, doesn't remember anything of the Laukik. It is so pure, it is eternal, it has all the beautiful qualities of a soul. That's why it attracts people as well. And Baba, as enumerates today, we should reach back to that level of purity. The child within us should be evoked. So,
Yes.
letting go of all memories, nature, and old sanskars will let us become a new person, like become a master of the world in days to come. So, that's a hope. Yeah. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Bhai. Beautiful point. And the chat, how awareness will make to incorporeal stage. Anyone would like to comment on this? How awareness will make to incorporeal stage? Child inculcates obedience and absolute surrender to the one. So, yeah, anyone would like to comment on this? So the awareness, so I'll just share my thought. So the awareness is the key, right? That is Smriti. So Smriti says Sthiti, right? We know that. Smriti says Sthiti. As is your awareness, so is your stage. So the awareness is, I think it's always the soul, I suppose. The soul is incorporeal. Awareness is always gives us the experience also, right? So here also, whatever awareness that we hold, that becomes our stage. If my awareness is I am a body, right, then my stage is corporeal. My stage is limited. Relations, bodies, and those who are connected with the body, everything will emerge. So that's one awareness. Another awareness that I have is that Baba emphasizes how to practice us to keep it all the time is the awareness of soul. Okay, so that is the awareness that I'm a point of light, child, incorporeal father. Then the stage changes, right? Then I become detached, I become subtle, I become, aware that I belong to the Supreme Soul. I don't belong here. I I'm a spirit. using the body, all that comes. That's that seed. I am a seed that all awareness will comes in, right? So when that awareness comes in, that I'm a seed, right? So is the vibration that I'm spreading, also is the stage that I'm creating. So there, of course, we have the awareness. My in today's Murli Baba says that our sanskars, the oldest, the original sanskars will slowly emerge. Okay. So, in a nutshell, that awareness creates that stage, I suppose. If anybody has anything, they can feel free to share, comment on that.
Shanti, brother.
Yes.
Yeah, the number of children I've been seeing in the hospital in last, say, 24 hours, uh, particularly, I see they take actions, they are fearless. They they are very knowledgeable. They speak very wise words at times. We ourselves feel surprised at how does this child know and where did the child know it from? Where did it come into his, say, mouth or awareness from? So that is the eternal thing. It is carrying it from from probably past birth. That is probably his old sanskars, but very very attractive and new things. It it is the sign of a soul, I believe. Where is it coming from? Nobody knows. So if that awareness of child emerges, you know that it is coming from nowhere. It is coming from probably an incorporeal place, probably from your soul world. So that might actually invoke this awareness of what Baba is saying of becoming a child and a master, and subsequently all points connected to this topic.
Yeah. True. Yeah. So the awareness. So the awareness is actually that we are carrying it from here, right? The soul is filling with so many things right now. So especially the divine knowledge, the more we practice and the more we try to imbibe this in our day-to-day life. So that creates that strong sanskar within us, and the soul leaves this world as a point of light. It carries that sanskar to the incorporeal world, right? And then when the soul comes down, it brings that great sanskar, right? And here we when the middle age starts, that is the Dwapar Yuga starts. That's when we start degrading, or the deity sanskar slowly goes out of us, or as the body consciousness comes in, the divinity slowly goes. So now, towards the end, again we'll do the workout to imbibe the divine sanskars, and then towards the end, when we leave, we will go filling ourselves with all the divine sanskars. So the middle sanskars is there only for I think for short time. Yes, though it is 63 births, but I'm sure when we leave this body, we will all feel our natural sanskars, original sanskars in leave. And the way to feel those sanskar within us is the awareness. In order to have these awareness, we need the divine knowledge, Baba's knowledge. So when we go through this, we understand what we need to keep in our smriti, in our awareness, what needs to practice. So if no other sharings, let's wind up.
One more sharing I have.
Yes.
The awareness of child is the transforming from limited life. That also got a one point. There is
Yeah.
a awareness of this child, which means you is transferring from limited life.
Yes, limited to unlimited, right? Okay, thank you, Kalpesh bhai. So let's remember Baba and um, close the day. So let's stabilize. Let's keep the awareness. Let's switch the awareness, switch on the awareness that I am Baba's child. Therefore, I am master of the world. And this relation with Baba, this remembrance of Baba is helping me to burn all my old devilish sanskars. They are not mine because I've already burned them. They are my past birth sanskars. And this is a new divine birth. This body, mind, and wealth all are entrusted to Baba. It is his property. There is nothing that belongs to me. Everything belongs to the Almighty Baba. I am his child. Let me carry this awareness throughout the day and make my day a very special day. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. We shall meet again tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, you all have a great day ahead. Om Shanti. Thank you.